Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers are facing a recurring issue with injuries in their starting rotation for the third consecutive year. This ongoing problem has forced them to rely on the depth of their organization much earlier than expected in the 2025 season. The situation isn't about lacking talent in the rotation, as the Dodgers have undoubtedly invested in a group of skilled starters. Instead, the problem lies in the unpredictable health of those starters, which has forced the team to constantly adjust. The Dodgers have struggled with their rotation's health since 2023, and while some of these issues are beyond their control, other aspects have been self-inflicted. This season, the team has already seen its fair share of setbacks. Blake Snell, a prominent member of the rotation, has not pitched since April 2nd and is expected to miss a significant amount of time moving forward. The injury to Tyler Glasnow's right shoulder has further complicated the Dodgers' pitching depth, adding more strain to a staff already working under pressure. Snell and Glasnow were two of the Dodgers' most high-profile and costly additions to the starting rotation in the last two off-seasons. Despite the investment, the two have only managed to combine for 27 innings in 2025 so far, a far cry for what the team had hoped for when signing them. Snell has a history of injuries, but he averaged 26 starts between 2021 and 2024, which offered some hope that he could stay healthy and contribute more consistently. Glasnow, however, has a more troubling medical history that stretches far beyond his recent issues. When the Dodgers traded for Glasnow and subsequently signed him to a substantial contract extension, they were aware of his injury-prone past, but they also hoped that they could help him manage his health better. After a disappointing 2024 season, where Glasnow only made 20 appearances and missed the entire postseason, he seemed committed to improving his durability. He made changes to his off-season routine and adjusted his mechanics on the mound with the hope of staying healthier during the regular season. Unfortunately, those efforts have not yet yielded the desired results in 2025. Glasnow has been forced to leave his last two starts prematurely due to injuries. The most recent outing, in particular, revealed a specific problem with his right shoulder. Glasnow explained that the discomfort in his shoulder comes and goes, and he believes it may stem from trying to adjust to his new mechanics. However, there is no definitive answer as to the exact cause of the issue. Despite the uncertainty, the Dodgers are being extremely cautious with Glasnow's health and have placed him on the 15-day injured list to prevent the situation from worsening. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts shared his approach to dealing with a pitcher who is reporting discomfort. He emphasized the importance of being cautious, especially when it comes to someone like Glasnow, whose health has been a concern in the past. Roberts explained, "My position is when you have somebody that is complaining about things, certainly a pitcher, you're very cautious to prevent against any type of injury. So the things that I hear, the things that I see, it dictates my decision." In spring training, he felt good with the new delivery until he didn't. So I can't speak to that. The silver lining for the Dodgers is that they do not believe there is any structural damage to Glasnow's shoulder, though they remain unsure of the root cause of the problem. Despite their best efforts, they have not yet pinpointed what exactly is causing the discomfort. Roberts expressed frustration with the situation, saying, "There's a mechanics piece of it. There's uncomfortable and not feeling right. So I think we're all just trying," as Tyler said, "it's very frustrating and we're trying to get to the bottom of it." Mark Prior, the Dodgers pitching coach, also expressed his frustration with the uncertainty surrounding Glasnow's injury. He noted that the situation is particularly difficult for everyone involved because of how well Glasnow had been performing during his practice sessions. Prior explained, "And it's unfortunate because in a lot of his side sessions and a lot of his practice sessions, we could probably make the argument that his stuff is at or even better than it was last year at certain points." Again, those are practice sessions versus game sessions, so it doesn't really mean anything, but there's nothing that has given us any reason to think that he wasn't going to go out there and perform at a high level. So we're as confused and disappointed for him more than anything. The coaching staff remains hopeful that Glasnow can recover and return to form, but they are taking a cautious approach. Glasnow will take a few days off from throwing to give his shoulder some time to heal, after which the team will begin a more gradual process of rehabilitation. He's going through the steps to try to figure out exactly what's going on in the acute injury process, Pryor said. He's going to take a few days off, and then we'll start kind of getting back into some plyos and some light throwing, and then we'll see where we're at in 10 to 14 days. This process will hopefully allow Glasnow to regain his strength and pitching mechanics, but the Dodgers are prepared for the possibility that it could take longer than expected. The uncertainty surrounding Glasnow's shoulder injury is just the latest chapter in what has been a frustrating saga for the Dodgers pitching staff. Since the 2023 season, the team has been unable to catch a break with the health of its starting rotation, and Glasnow's setback only adds to the growing list of challenges. While the Dodgers are hopeful that this issue will be temporary, there's no doubt that the road ahead will be a difficult one. The team's pitching depth will once again be tested as they try to navigate the early part of the 2025 season without two key members of their rotation. The question remains whether the Dodgers can stay competitive while dealing with these ongoing injury concerns, or if the strain on their staff will eventually take its toll. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Chris Taylor is at a crossroads in his career, and his relationship with the Los Angeles Dodgers is now on the brink of an uncertain chapter. The versatile infielder/outfielder has been a steady presence for the Dodgers over the past several years, contributing in ways that have earned him a reputation as a reliable utility player, capable of stepping in at any given moment and delivering when his team needs it most. But despite his unwavering commitment and consistent contributions, Taylor has recently expressed dissatisfaction with his current standing within the organization, especially when it comes to how he feels about his value being recognized. It's a situation that's starting to raise more than just a few eyebrows in the baseball world, especially with rumors swirling that Taylor could be leaving the Dodgers sooner rather than later. For those who may not be familiar with Chris Taylor's journey in Los Angeles, it's a story of resilience, versatility, and pivotal moments. When the Dodgers acquired him from the Seattle Mariners in 2016, he was a player who seemed to be caught in a bit of a limbo. Not necessarily a regular starter, but possessing all the tools to become a key contributor. Over time, he proved his worth, becoming an integral part of the Dodgers roster. Whether it was his bat, glove, or ability to play virtually any position on the field, Taylor carved out a niche for himself that made him indispensable. His versatility made him one of the most valuable assets to manager Dave Roberts, who could count on Taylor to step in for virtually any position, whether it was second base, shortstop, the outfield, or even third base. One of the most significant chapters in Taylor's tenure with the Dodgers came during their World Series run in 2020. His performances throughout the postseason, including clutch hits and stellar defense, were critical in helping the team secure their first championship in 32 years. Taylor wasn't just a role player. He was a key piece in one of the most significant moments in the franchise's history. This, along with his consistent performances in the regular season, earned him a special place in the hearts of Dodger fans and in the overall structure of the team. But despite all of this, things have started to shift in recent seasons. Taylor's role has been reduced somewhat, especially as the Dodgers continue to deepen their roster with even more star power. The arrival of players like Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, combined with the emergence of younger talent, has changed the dynamic in Los Angeles. Taylor, who had once been a regular in the starting lineup, now finds himself in more of a supporting role. It's a situation that, while understandable given the competitive nature of a team like the Dodgers, hasn't sat well with the 33-year-old. In interviews, Taylor has alluded to feeling undervalued. While he has remained professional and committed to his work, there's a growing sense that he wants more recognition for his contributions. It's not just about the playing time, though that certainly factors into it, but about his place within the team's plans moving forward. Taylor is a player who knows his worth. He knows that his ability to play multiple positions and step in when needed is an invaluable asset to any team. But if that value isn't being acknowledged or fully utilized, it's hard not to feel frustrated. The Dodgers, despite all their success, have a deep roster, And that means not every player can get the spotlight. For someone like Taylor, who has given so much to the team, it must be a tough pill to swallow. Moreover, Taylor has also been vocal about wanting a more prominent role, a clearer understanding of where he fits into the Dodgers' long-term vision. While he's grateful for the opportunities he's had, he's at the stage in his career where he wants to feel like a central piece, not just a utility player who fills in gaps when necessary. This has led to speculation that he could be exploring opportunities elsewhere, where he might get the chance to play a more significant role on a team that values him not only for his versatility, but also for his experience and leadership. The Dodgers have a knack for acquiring high-profile players, but they also have a history of letting go of veterans who no longer fit their evolving plans. Whether it's in free agency or through trades, Los Angeles is no stranger to making difficult decisions regarding their roster. The situation with Taylor isn't unique in that sense, and it raises the question of how the Dodgers will handle this situation moving forward. On the one hand, they may want to keep Taylor around as a safety net, a player who can come through in clutch moments. But on the other hand, they have so much talent and so many players vying for playing time that it might make sense to move on from Taylor if he feels like his role won't evolve into something more meaningful. For Chris Taylor, the decision to potentially leave the Dodgers is an easy one. After all, he spent the majority of his career in Los Angeles, and the city and fans have embraced him as one of their own. But at the end of the day, baseball is a business, and players have to do what's best for their careers. Taylor's frustration isn't necessarily a reflection of his feelings toward the Dodgers or the organization itself. It's about wanting more for himself. As his career continues, he knows that opportunities may be limited, and he doesn't want to look back and feel like he missed out on his chance to make an impact elsewhere. There's no shortage of teams that would love to add someone of Taylor's caliber to their roster. His defensive flexibility, bat, and leadership qualities make him a highly attractive option for teams looking to add depth and experience. Taylor could very well end up as a key contributor on a team that's ready to give him a bigger role, where his talents are fully appreciated and utilized. While the Dodgers may ultimately decide to keep him, the feeling that he's being overlooked could prove to be too much for Taylor to ignore, and that could lead to a departure. As we watch this situation unfold, it's clear that Chris Taylor's future with the Dodgers is in jeopardy. The man who once played a central role in one of the greatest moments in the team's history could be on his way out, frustrated by a lack of recognition and a diminished role. It's a story that reminds us of the ever-changing nature of sports, where even the most beloved players can find themselves on the outs when the team's direction shifts. If Taylor does leave the Dodgers, he will undoubtedly leave behind a legacy of unforgettable moments. But his next chapter could be just as exciting, whether that's with a new team or continuing to carve out a significant role in the game he loves. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.